our prayer. And then Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanu Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Aviravirmayedhi Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanina Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniം Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Amba Tvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim. May we be protected, may we be nourished, may we strive with energy and vigor. May our study be enlightening and not give rise to hostility. Om, peace, peace, peace. Om Bhagavad Gita, with which Partha was enlightened by the Lord Narayana himself, and which was incorporated in the Mahabharata by the ancient sage Vyasa, the Blessed Mother, the destroyer of rebirth, showering down the nectar of Advaita, and consisting of 18 chapters. Upon thee, O Bhagavad Gita, O loving Mother, I meditate. So we are in 13th chapter, and we are in a section which is very, very important. The problem is, Sri Krishna wants to say something which cannot be expressed. Even in our ordinary sense, what we experience we cannot speak. Suppose a sweet meat we eat, and then somebody asks, how was this? So we can say the best, oh it was so sweet, oh it was so nice, so very good. That's our expression. So is it then worthless to study when something one cannot express and we are studying that? No. That effort by which we express, that gives some connotation, and that induces us to practice and to find out that joy, what one has experienced already. So that sweet meat, it is so nice, okay, let me have that one. So naturally, this is a tendency that we want to have that sweetness experienced. Generally our words have limited meaning. But some experts are there who can use the same word, but lots of work, lots of meaning comes out of it. Same word. Say suppose you are angry. When you are angry, Whatever you say, that one is, another person is conveyed by that. So, those people who live those ideas, when they say something, though it is unexpressible, it is inexpressible, but still something we get. In the second chapter, Bhagavan says, Ashcharyavat pashyati kaschidena. This is very difficult to see, even difficult to understand, fathom intellectually. But some people are there who perceive this. Ashcharyavat pashyati kaschit enam. Enam, this self. Someone sees. Seeing means experiencing, it's not seeing. You know, what is God vision? It's not vision. Oh, Mother Kali appeared. It is realization. It's not seeing something like this. Yes, seeing is that most common. When we see something, oh, what a beautiful scenery. So actually what has happened? Seeing here means experiencing. So, Ashcharyavat pashyati kaschit enam. Ashcharyavat vadati chanyaha. Some people say this. And they say in such a way that it convinces us. Ashcharyavat pashyati kaschit enam. Ashcharyavat vadati tathaiva chanyaha. Ashcharyavat chainam anyah srinoti shrutvapena vedana chaiva kaschit. And some people, this amazingly, they hear. So some people have got special capacity to even hearing and understanding. Hearing doesn't mean only just listens. No, understands. So here something which is amazing. But before we go, let us have that, some change. Which, see, like sometimes visuals gives us a clue. So I'd like to show you something. Can you increase this? No, yeah, that it is not here. No, there, that with this. No, that one. That remote. Okay, just a minute. So 10 to the power 26 meter. So let us come back to our study. And here you can reduce the volume. Okay. So what you saw is only visible world. Something echoing. Mute me. Okay. So in the previous shloka, Bhagavan said, Gyeyam yat tat pravakshami yajñatva amritam ashnute anadimat param brahma na sat na tannasat uchyate. So whatever is to be known. Now here Gyeyam means, why is that echoing happening? Okay, I'll close this. Is it okay? Yeah. So Gyeyam means what happens? Whatever we know, that means we make it subject of our understanding. Like I know this mic, or I know this computer. Oh, I know you. Though that knowledge is also not complete. If I say I know a leaf, it's wrong. Because just now you have seen that there are so many things. Even what physically can be understood or seen, it's only 10 to the power minus 13 meter. That's only visibly available. So knowledge is something which is unfathomable. But suppose we take that much, that whatever we know, we say, I know. And not only once time we say 3 times. I know, I know, I know. Don't worry. So I know so much. Do we really know? And what we mean by knowledge? What we make subject of our intellect. But here God is not going to tell that. Sri Krishna is going to tell something extraordinary, which cannot be made object of our knowledge. Still, that is to be known, because we know that, but we don't know. Pashyannapi na pashyati. We see all the time, but we don't see. In and through this, vision is possible. I am seeing you in and through that. Say like this, a space. I am seeing through space, but we don't see space. We see directly that object. But here it's not only that. It is in and through our consciousness that we see each other. But we don't see our consciousness. So here what he is going to tell us is something extraordinary. That means he is going to tell us what that Brahman is. Brahman means that unchangeable, that which never changes, which cannot be destroyed, the fundamental thing. You know, we say in the science, we have fundamental elements. About 108 or 100 now 20, some are, that they make it for momentary, for moment. They say this is fundamental. But that's also not fundamental. because they also are consisting of electron, proton, neutron, positron, boson, and so many other particles. So then what is fundamental? Fundamental, they say, as of now, it's matter, energy. What is that energy? That's also not fundamental. What is that? There are four kinds of energy: strong force, weak force, electromagnetic force, and gravitational force. And they are trying to find out what is that which is fundamental. So whatever we see, whatever is visible, whatever is experienceable, what is that? It is, say, suppose, let us call it energy. But that is also not fundamental. Even quarks, even you go on. So, number one, we cannot know. But what we know, that also we cannot say we know it. But here we know something which we know all the time, but we don't know. You are understanding my words. How you are understanding? Because you are conscious, you are aware. And that is why you are understanding. But if I ask, what is this consciousness? We do not know. So whatever we know all the time, we don't know. And whatever we know, supposed, that also we don't know. So this is our situation. That is why God has to be, He should be very particular to tell that what is that to be known. And this is to be known that I know. Gyeyam yat tat pravakshami. I'll tell what is to be known. Yasgyatva amritam ashnite. By knowing this, you will not be born again. That means this birth and death and disease and old age, this birth, disease, old age, all the time, oh my God, to live in a womb for 9 months and then suffer all the suffering. So you can avoid that. Yajñātva, by knowing this, then there is no birth. Nyayam yattat pravakshami yajgatva amritamashnute. Anadimat param. Now here that is come. Anadimat, anadi means there is no beginning. So he who has no beginning. But there is another meaning. Anadimat means I am Anadimat param. That means I am that supreme, which is beyond even that which is like this. Anadi means when it started, nobody knows. They say Big Bang. 13 billion, 13 plus 7 or 13.7 billion years ago, or what was there before that? There was something. Nothing can be produced with from nothing. Therefore, this our knowledge is very limited. Even scientific knowledge, people boast, but think about it. When we are awake and when we are rational, so not only awake. So awake means in the morning we are awake, but we are not thinking. But when we are awake and then rational, then we have particular bent of mind, then we explore. Then we say, oh, I know everything. But how can we know? See, sometimes we sleep. What is happening that time? And sometimes you are in deep sleep. What is happening that time? We don't know. So, but we boast ourselves that we know so much. And see how much the whole universe, now you have seen the whole universe. So, Nyayam yattat pravakshami. So this is minuscule, though it is huge. but it is nothing compared to what God is going to tell us. And the advantage is, why you should know this? Because if you know, then there is no suffering. You can get rid of all suffering. But the problem is, we don't want that. We, we enjoy suffering. So then he says, Anadimat Param. That means, I am that supreme, even the apparent, this Anadi, even that is also, I am beyond that, Anadimat Param. So the two meanings are there. One, Anadimat, that means, here simple meaning is taken, I shall describe that which has to be known, knowing which one attains to immortality. The beginningless Supreme Brahman. So beginningless. Anadimat means beginningless. That means there is no end also. That means it is not subject to cause and effect and also time, space. Time, space, cause and effect. It is beyond everything. So I shall describe that. And secondly, if you look outward, you cannot find. Even look within. Within means within the matter. You cannot find the end. Anadimat. So I shall describe that which has to be known, knowing which one attains to immortality. The beginningless Supreme Brahman, it is called neither being nor non-being. You know, nowadays this quantum physics, so they have observed that when there is an observer, then it behaves like particle. But when there is no observer, it behaves. What it behaves? Even waves. They say waves, but in reality, nobody knows. So particle means when seeing this world appears. But when we are absent from it, we do not know whether it is existing or not. Say, what is happening in that also all that galaxies? We do not know. So one thing is we do not know, or whether it is happening or not, that also we do not know. Anyway, so here what is being said, Anadimat Param Brahma, na Sat. Sat means that which exists. And if you can conceive something which exists, then we have to conceive something which is not existing. Na Sat, na Tat Asaduchyati. And Sri Ramakrishna, what he says? He says, Brahma Vastu Sat, beyond Sat and Asat. Okay, let me give some example, a little example. So one example is, you go to deep sleep. If I tell you, do you exist? You say, yes sir, I exist. If I say you don't exist, you say, sorry sir, I know that I exist. So this is Sat. This existence is Sat. Now you go to sleep, and if in deep sleep, do you feel that you exist, like as you are feeling? Not that. But you exist. How you know? Because next day you say, oh, I slept so very well that I did not know anything. What would you like to call that? Of course, that time you are under ignorance because you do not know. But a person who goes into samadhi, he is merged in it. And he is not that he experiences something sat or asat. He is beyond both. So, for our convenience, we say it is Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat means existence, Chit means awareness, and Ananda means bliss. Sat, Chit, Ananda. But it is first we have to come to Portland. Then only we can see where is that Mount Hood or where is what. And where is Willamette River, where is Columbia River. So first we have to reach there. Then we'll understand it is even nothing, no word can express. So this is the thing that Anadi mat param brahma na sat na tat asad uchyate. Neither it can be said that it exists, nor it can be said that it does not exist. So, it is Brahma Vastu Sat Asatir Par. And also it is beyond knowledge and ignorance. Knowledge is generally what we acquire or objectify something. But think of something which is beyond understanding. It's total absorption, total being and becoming. It is not that it is something which is not there. It is very much there. Only thing we need to absorb there. It is like this. Absolute. Absolute means what? You take sugar. You soak in water. Add. Then boil it. Sometimes again add some more sugar. Then it becomes saturated. So it is to be saturated with divinity. It is not that something does not exist. So, Anadi mat param brahma na sat ta nat asaduchyate. So, absolute alcohol, though it is not absolute, but absolute alcohol means only alcohol. So now comes Sarvatah Pani Padam Tat. Now he is telling, now here, you have seen the whole universe. Now what is he is being said? Mark it. Sarvatah Pani Padam Tat Sarvatokshi Shiromukham Sarvatah Shruti Malloki Sarvam Avritta Tishtati. Now he is going to tell something knowing which will not be reborn, all our suffering will go, and it's beyond Sat and Asat, beyond existence and non-existence. And now he's saying, everywhere it is his face, hand, feet, Sarvata Pani Padam Tat, Sarvatokshi, everywhere his eyes, Shira, Mukham, head, everywhere. What is this? Sarvata Shruti Malloke Sarvam Avritta Tishtati. And he is covering everything. Sarvata Shruti. Sarvata Pani Padam. Pani means hand, Padam means feet. Sarvatokshi Shiro Mukham. Everywhere is Akshi, eyes, head and face. Sarvata Shruti Malloke Sarvam Avritta Tishtati. With hands and feet everywhere, with eyes, heads and mouths everywhere, with ears everywhere in the universe that exists pervading all. So that means everywhere, every aspect, there is eyes, head, mouth, but we don't see. What is being said here? So this is very Gudha and Gahan. Gudha means like very secret. That's one has to contemplate what is being said. So he is utilizing some juxtaposition also. You know, Sat, Asat. And it is beyond all perception. Again, everywhere is feet. Why he is using this? Because we are so habituated. Without face, we don't see. Without eyes, we cannot see. Arjuna also had that problem. So God explained, I am in everything. Say like 10th chapter, in few chapters, he said that I am this. I am Himalaya in mountains. I am Nakshatranam Aham Shashi. I am moon among all the constellations, etc. And he explained, but he could not understand. He said, I want to see your universal form. And then God had to show. And then he was flabbergasted. So without face, we don't see. If I say, see here, so seen, okay. That means there also we see some face. So here God is trying to take the help of our weakness. With the hands and feet everywhere, with eyes, heads and mouths everywhere. Now imagine, the little creatures, bacteria, crawling everywhere. And consciousness everywhere. That is his indicating there. And see, feet and hand, that is not, see, my feet, I am not my feet. I am not my hand. It's my hand. So something subjective is being said, indicating or giving some indication of hand and feet and face and mouth. So actually what happens, this is outer covering only. Sarvatah shruti malloke sarvam avritta tishtati. What is being said? With ears everywhere in the universe, that exists, pervading all, because he has covered everything. Whatever you see is. Means what? Covered him somewhere. He has come and covered it. No. It is you who has covered this. When you see something, even dog, you'll see, oh, wonderful. You can see a leaf, oh, wonderful. A flower, as soon as you see, you cover it and it shines forth. Sarvatah Srutimat Loke. In Loka means in the world. Okay, we'll go forward. Srutimat. Sarvata Srutimat Loke. Everywhere with eyes that exists. And Srutimat with ears. Tat. That Loke. Srutimat I wanted to say. With ears. Tat Loke. Loke means in the universe. Sarvam Abritta Tishtati. So he has covered everything and he is existing, covering everything, pervading everything. Now comes our second hint, because he is saying something which cannot be spoken. Sarvendriya gunabhasam, sarvendriya vivarjitam. So from all the avenues, that awareness, that consciousness is being projected, or it is coming out, oozing out. But it is sarvendriya vivarjitam. It is bereft of it. Apparently all the forms are there. Like whatever form we see, is it existing? No, it is not existing. What exists? Only existence exists. What is that meaning? Existence exists. It is, like as of now, science is trying to figure out. So they say everything, whatever previously they thought, yes, all these things exist. But they have come to understand that it is matter that exists. Actually, matter also does not exist. Then what it exists? Energy exists. And matter is only manifestation, various manifestation of the same energy. Now, what is energy? Now, as I told you now 4 kinds of forces. Now, as of now, they do not know what exists. But we know. Luckily, we know. Because I exist. This existence is there. So this existence is percolating everywhere. Whatever you see, oh, beautiful sunrise, oh, wonderful sunset, oh, it is wonderful fall, such a wonderful color, So I say, who is this artist? We want to say, oh, God is artist, God is making this. Find out who is the artist. Who is pouring color in all yellow flowers or yellow leaves? It's nowhere there. It is here. Sarvendriya gunabhasam, sarvendriya vivarjitam. And it is beyond all senses. Though it is percolating, it is oozing out through all senses, but it has no senses. See, you can see my face, I can see your face. What is that is coming out? It is not eyes. People say, oh, beautiful eyes. Oh, beautiful hair. Nothing. It's all worthless. What is coming out, that same self, that is beautiful. But we misplace thinking something which is physical. And I am not saying it is very normal. But what is being said here, it is very, very subtle. Sarvendriya gunabhasam, sarvendriya vivarjitam. Shining by the functions of all the senses. Gunabhasam. Even not functions, it is through oozing out. It is percolating. That's why we can see the difference between a dead man and a living man. When a dead man, we don't go there. We take bath. What is that? The self. Sarvendriya gunabhasam, sarvendriya vivarjitam. Asaktam, sarvavricham. It is not attached with anything. He lives here, unattached, shining by the functions of all the senses, yet without senses, absolute, yet sustaining all. Tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. When the sun is shining, it is nourishing us. It is similarly, when it is there, this self is there, then everything is in place. Shining by the functions of all the senses, yet without the senses. Absolute, yet sustaining all. devoid of gunas, yet they are experiencer. So you are experiencing this world. So you are the experiencer. So here, who is the experiencer? Experiencer is Jiva. Asaktam, though unattached. Sarvabhrit Chaiva, who is in all being. Sarvabhrit, all supporting all, sustaining all, nourishing all. And he is beyond all gunas. Means three gunas. Sattva, Rajas, Tama. So it is beyond guna. Purusha is beyond guna. Nirgunam. But as if he is enjoying this scenario. And remember that two-bird story. There is a beautiful tree. In that self-same tree, there are two birds. One is pecking various fruits, and sometimes it is very happy and it goes down, and sometimes miserable. Then seeing this, he goes up, and all of a sudden he looks at the tree, on the top of the tree, that there is a bird. Those self-same tree, there are twin birds. Dva sayuja sakhaya samane vrikshe parisascha jate. In the same self tree, there are two birds of same plumage, same kind. So some is pecking various fruits, enjoying and going down, and sometimes suffering, going up. And like this, he goes up and down, up and down. All of a sudden, he realizes that, oh, I am that upper bird. And there were no two birds. So this is when that detachment comes, asaktam. And being detached, sun is not attached with us. We may go to dogs, but still sun will survive. If tomorrow that extraterrestrial something comes and bangs with us, and we get destroyed, but sun will shining. Sun will shine like this. So asaktam, unattached. But still he is nourishing us. Sarva Bhrit. That means he is supporting us, sustaining us. Nirgunam. So he is beyond all gunas. Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. That means activity and indolence and balance of this. For everything this is there. Screen, what a screen you are seeing. So some points are there, it's a flickering. So shining, that time you can say it is sattva. And when it is off, not shining, tamas. And the transition is rajas. So in everything, when you drive a car, that also, on the same principle, the whole world is running, sattva, rajas and tamas. It is not quality as such. But sometimes you can tell quality, but it's not that. Nirgunam, guna bhaktricha. And it enjoys the presence of that. Enjoys means not enjoy. Again, in its presence, this happens. If someone enjoys, then he is caught up. That is no more asaktam. He is caught up in that snare. So shining by the functions of all the senses, yet without senses, absolute, yet sustaining all, devoid of gunas, yet they are experiencer. Just imagine things. The two birds, one is only abhichakashiti, only just seeing and enjoying scenario, and one is pecking fruits. So similarly, can you find similarity with you? You also can see that when you are enjoying the senses in this world, you are sometimes up and down, but within you there is another bird who is sitting without any attachment. So this is there. Only we have to recognize this. We'll come back, like this is Upanishad Sar. This is the gist of Upanishad. But let us go through this. Everything here is like real. In 2 minutes, everything should be over. So let's, otherwise, we'll say, oh, same thing we are listening over and over again. So without and within, all beings, the unmoving and also the moving, because of its subtlety, incomprehensible. It is far and near. Again juxtaposing. We'll come back. Bahi antascha bhutanam. Bahirantascha bhutanam acharam charam evacha. Bahirantascha, he is inside and also outside. Bhutana means of all being. Of all being, he is the inside, he is the outside. Bahirantascha bhutanam acharam charam evacha. Acharam means it cannot move, and again he is moving. So what is being said? That we need to understand. This is only understandable when mind is clean. And that is why in the beginning Bhagavan said that amanittam adambittam ahimsa kshanti arjavam, that we have already studied. Without that, it is impossible to understand. Amanitam acharyopasanam shaucham sthaiyam atma vinigraha asaktir anabhisangha putra daragrihadishu nityam cha samachittatvam. All this is being said. 20 such qualities. Amani, without any man, that means without any pretense. Anyway, I am not going there, because otherwise it's very difficult to understand. Bahiran, without and within all beings. Bahi antascha. How he is inside in all, and also outside. When you see that same self is manifesting everything, then what can be denied? Nothing can be denied. But first one has to reach by neti neti. Upanishad also says that first we need to reach there by neti neti. And when it is experienced, then you can see everything is him and him alone, and nothing else. And this is, Upanishad says more. Asthalum, asthunam, asthulam ananuhu. So this is that it is not sthula. It is not gross and gross. Ananu. It is not minute. Oh, it is minute. So what can be sarvasu hi upanishadsu geyam brahma neti neti. Only through neti neti, whatever you observe, whatever you see, that you have to discard. Neti, 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 neti. So is this body me? No. Why? Because many times I see body is inert. Then what is this? Is that vital forces that because of the movement is possible? Even my blood circulation, breathing, etc. is happening? No. Because that also can be stopped. Is then the mind? No. Why? The mind is also absorbed in ignorance. Mind also becomes no mind. That also happens. So mind is also not me. Then what is this? Intellect? Through that we know everything? We compare everything? No. Then it is the sheath of bliss. That is also no. Because that joy we experience, and sometimes it is it is absent also. So what is that which is beyond? That is the question. And when it is known that it is within everything, and this is outside of everything else. Bahi antascha bhutanam. And acharam and chara. Charam and acharam. The unmoving and the moving. And that there is a that taddure tadvantike. So this is all Upanishads, taken the gist of Upanishad here. He is at the far off and the nearer. What is the meaning? You, when you are thinking, it is you who is pervading everywhere. You are pervading everywhere. When you are pervading everywhere, then what do you say? Dura. That means distance or no distance. It's all perceptions. So like this, you have seen the universe and that the galaxies, how far they are. Even human being has got only 100 years, that is nothing. So many light years. Light years means 3 into 10 to the power 10 centimeter per second, or 186,000 miles per second. So 1 second and light moves 186,000 miles. And what is the distance in 1 year? And say Andromeda is 2 million years, light years away. 2 million. Andromeda we can see. So it is huge. But all the presents are in you. It is closer to you, and it is whatever distant, that is also in you. Bhairantascha bhutanam acharam charamevacha shukshmatvat avijnayam. It is subtle, very subtle. Yeah.
Referring to this, what you're just discussing, Swami, earlier you said we can tell the difference between a living man and a corpse. And yet, if that pervades all, then there's no difference really between
Correct.
the two.
So no difference, but it is sarvendriya gunabhasam. As of now, you can see the living man. What is that is shining through?
The essence.
Essence.
And what
In,
about the corpse?
okay. That utkramantam sthitam vapi bhunjanam va gunanitam. Vimudha nanu pashanti jnana chakshusha. That means a knower of self can see him. Where? When a person is dying, what is coming out? Utkramantam sthitam vapi, when he is residing here in this body. Bhunjanam va gunanitam, when it is enjoying senses, having that chocolate. So who is enjoying chocolate? Bhunjanam va gunanitam, when he is with qualities. Vimudha nanu pashanti, the fools don't see him. They see that, oh, it's a person. But actually, who is there? It is the same self. Vimudha nanu pashyanti, pashyanti jnana chakshusha. Those who have eyes can see, oh, I know who is enjoying, who is changing the colors, who is making all this whole universe. Then the knower of the self knows. There the person is gone. Person means jiva. Jiva means with impression. I have certain impression, so I am occupying this place. I am occupying this house now. Similarly, I am occupying this body. And when this purpose will be finished, then I will go somewhere else. Or merge in the self. So two things. Okay, so the person has left. Now it is only matter. So the person left and the house is only house. And if nobody lives here, then one day it will crumble. So that's that. So matter. So that means again, only existence is the self. In absence of self, matter cannot survive. It becomes no existence. So Sarvendriya Gunabhasa. Oh, okay, we'll come forward. Actually, this is the very interesting. And 13th chapter is really wonderful. Right from, the beginning. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tassat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Sarvendriya Gunabhasam, Sarvendriya Vivarjitam. Okay, next week we'll have a devotees meet. So you are most welcome. Devotees meet. 23rd. And other classes are as usual will go on. Panchadashi, we have 2 days, one day is personal and another on Saturdays, Panchadashi. So Vedanta scripture. And on Thursdays, we have Taittiriya Upanishad. Friday, we have Sri Sharda Devi and her divine play, storytelling. But it's very nice. Very nice. Mother's life is exemplary. And then Saturday, of course, Panchadashi. So thank you very much. Thank you, Jai Ram. So no song today. Toby is out.